Hey, what's up, everybody? Thanks for joining tonight. We got everything going. My name is Ben. This is Marcos.
What's up, y'all?
What up?
Even though you're blocking me, but it's all good.
That's Marcos. Look at. And then we got our special guest tonight, Caroline. Thanks for joining tonight. We
Pleasure.
appreciate you being here. So before we get started, let's go
That's
ahead.
not weed.
Oh.
It's technically it's cat weed.
It's cat weed.
Think about it.
It's catnip.
It's for my cats.
You know what? Let's go ahead and show that.
So it just says proof.
I'm going to show that so people get a closer view real quick. Hold on, let me switch cameras. So that's what it is right there.
Promise it's not.
It's catnip.
Do not consume that. It's not for humans.
So, all right, let's get with our sponsors real quick. We got Southside Cuts. Thanks, Moyo. We appreciate you. They are located at 114 West 16th Street, right here in Holland. They're open. I always did it. Sunday through Saturday, pretty much weekly, 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Give them a call to make an appointment. 836-7502. Well, 616 if you're in a different area code. And then we got Pure West Compassion Club located in 9730 Adams Street, right here in Holland.
You will not find the catnip there.
No, they're not. No.
That's human
Probably.
consumption.
Yeah. Give them a call, 616-772-9420. They're open Monday through Saturday, 10 to 8, Sunday 12 to 4. And you can visit their website, purewestclub.com. All right, well, thanks for thanks everybody for joining. We appreciate you guys. Go ahead and comment. Marcos is watching.
I'm watching.
So am I. Why isn't my name up there?
Because you're on your phone.
You're
as
on
well.
your phone.
So it's showing you as a separate person.
It will.
All right.
Just go.
So we got Caroline. We appreciate you joining us tonight.
Welcome back to Michigan.
Yes.
You were in Tennessee.
Yes, Tennessee. Both my older sisters live down there, so we were over there camping.
Nice. Did you enjoy it?
I love camping, so
Yeah.
absolutely. And I got to see my sisters, so.
Good. A lot of family time.
Yes. One of them wasn't able to be there as long, but we got to see everyone, so.
It's awesome. Cool. It's awesome.
That's cool. I've been to Nashville once in my life, and I don't remember what I was doing down there. I think we took my cousin to an airport. I didn't get to drive around. We just
It's a
did.
very pretty city.
It's very awesome. I do have a video. I should have shared it earlier, but it's a lot of drinking.
No worries.
No, because in the city of Tennessee, just like you guys know, Nashville, Tennessee, they do have a bus with what is that? Plastic glass
Oh.
on the side of the bus, and when you want somebody to come up to the bus, you slap on the glass, and you can pour beer in their mouth from the street. Just pour it down, and they stand there with their mouth open, and you can pour beer in their mouth.
That is the weirdest thing
That
I've
is
ever heard.
bizarre.
But it works. I mean, everybody's happy. I think everybody wearing cowboy boots and cowboy hats.
It is
I
very
know
much
weird.
country place. My sisters have been infected with the y'all.
No,
They say it.
y'all.
So,
Yeah,
now
my
that it's
sister
supposed
still
to my
does that.
vocabulary. But
What up, Danny Perales? What is up, though? Thanks for what? I don't know why I said that. But thanks for watching, Danny. Appreciate
Welcome, y'all.
it. Y'all.
Welcome, y'all. How y'all doing?
Yeah. You don't do that again.
How y'all doing?
That's perfect because you still just almost hit there.
So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah. What up, Jacob? It's on you.
So I grew up in Hamilton, over in lovely cornfield, Hamilton, not too far out of Holland.
And they do have lovely cornfields.
Plenty of cornfields. I unironically have played hide and seek in the cornfields.
Ooh, children of the corn.
Children of the corn, very much so. It was like hide and seek and chase too. May have gotten cut. I got cuts from the corn leaves,
The corn leaves.
paper cuts. Ooh, not fun. So I went to Hamilton High School, and from there worked at a resting home for a bit, and then a tattoo shop for a little bit, which is a bit of a massive change.
Quite bit of a change.
I know. It was,
That is a good.
You went from changing pampers to changing needles.
Wait.
I didn't have to do Pampers. I just did the food.
Oh, okay.
And then now I currently work at the Civic Center.
Nice. So how long have you been at the Civic Center?
About three years now. It should be 3 in like a month or so now. I loved it. Started off just as event staff, and then from there became operations, and am now production manager.
Nice.
So what does that consist of? What type of
So
duties that you
For right now, I'm still doing a lot of the operational stuff as well until we get. So there's the new company that took over, as you guys may have known. So that's when I got changed to a new position. But for now, I've been working on a lot of maintenance of the city, of the building, helping with any of the AV tech stuff and all of that. So if it's tech in the building, I'm probably in charge of it.
Cool. And I like, obviously with the new, the what's the word? The renovations of the Civic Center.
Yeah, it was like 2017, I think.
Something like that, somewhere around
I wasn't there.
2017, 2018, I think. But
Isn't that long?
I know, that's what
Time
I actually
flies.
found pictures the day they did that grand opening thing. And from the way it looked then,
Mhm.
I thought they did a pretty good job, but they probably could have done a little bit more. I don't know why they took those bleachers out on that side, because it looks weird that way.
Which are you talking on, like the side that's got Market?
Yeah, I mean, I get why they did it, but it just looks different. I mean, it's
Are you not up to change, buddy?
no, no. I
Poor
just
guy.
liked it because it felt like it's like they took some seating away. It just looks weird. I mean, it's cool. Don't get me wrong. I like.
Well, you get to charge more on the floor now.
Yeah, that's true.
And there's
That is
another room,
true.
so that room gets used a lot for meetings and stuff.
Well, we know where we're going for our next one. But so tell us a little bit about what's your favorite part. What do you like to do?
I
on the
personally
job?
really love a lot of the craft shows and stuff like that, or any of those big events that get a lot of people in, and it's more of. So we do a lot of banquets and stuff like that, and those are great and everything. But I really enjoy the ones where it's just people coming in and like kind of mingling and stuff like that. I always spend a little bit of too much money at the craft shows, maybe.
Actually, I met a lot of people the other day for those
Maybe.
the loud one.
Yes, I may or may not have bought some stuff there too.
Actually, almost because I was talking to a couple of them and they were like, "Yeah, we can help you out with." I'm trying to remember the name of it. It's the one that makes the. Oh my gosh, I can't think of the word. Where they put it on metal paper. Oh my gosh, what is the name of that?
So what exactly do they try? I'm a crafty person.
It
So,
goes on the metal sheets.
so like laser cutting?
I guess I can't think of the freaking word. What's his name does?
Danny?
No. Daniel Segovia.
That's what I said.
Oh, is that who you're talking about?
Danny.
Oh, yeah, Daniel Segovia.
Huh.
He does a lot. It was cool what he was doing.
People do crafting is really cool too.
It is.
I love art stuff like that, crafting things.
But yeah, that was pretty cool. I like because he had one of University of Michigan. He had one of the Detroit Lions. I should have bought that too.
So was it kind of like carved in, or like an indent or something like
Engraved,
that?
kind of like
Engraved?
that.
Oh,
Engraved.
okay. So there are like engraving tips and stuff like that.
And you're more of a crafty, like more of what? Like a
I do
crusade?
some wood burning.
Oh, wood
I've
burning.
been wood burning. I have a bad habit of trying any craft I can and then buying too many supplies. But wood burning is one that I've done for a while. I did that when I was younger. My dad did something. He did a Christmas present for my aunt with it, and then I was like, hey, could I maybe? So that
Got a
one.
bunch of soldering irons, do you?
Unfortunately not.
Oh.
Soldering, that's the word too I was thinking of.
Well, there you go.
That's probably what. No, I don't think that's what it was. But no, I had asked him. I was like, dude, can you make one of those put our logo on it? Not this one, but for Black Rivers. How do I not have a Black Rivers Studios?
You don't.
You don't.
I just realized
I
that.
did too. I'm like, yeah, nothing in here. This is Black River.
It's up there.
Everything's up there.
But, it's on the computer. But anyways, to put our logo on there, he was like, yeah. I was
I
like,
wish I had the laser engraver.
oh, man,
So cool.
So anybody that wants to,
Oh, was it?
anybody that wants to just give a gift, a laser engraver for Clear Line, that'd be great.
Yes. Yeah, what up, Jimmy? What up,
Maybe
Aaron?
get a sponsor to help her.
Isaac, thanks for joining. Thanks for watching.
Nice to
We
meet you guys.
appreciate Anybody have any questions for Caroline? Go ahead and type
Actually,
them in.
Carolyn.
Carolyn.
But I will answer
Carolyn?
Caroline.
I'm sorry.
No worries at all.
I don't know
That's
why
one
I
that
did-
I get all the time.
Caroline?
Yeah,
It's Carolyn?
Carolyn.
Oh.
Lynn.
Thanks for correcting me.
I figured I had to at least
Oh,
eventually.
I'm going the wrong way.
So, working with the Civic Center, what has been your greatest achievements there? Or actually, what was the best part of being at the Civic Center?
It's a very interesting question. So when you said greatest achievements, I'm actually really proud of myself for being able to do a lot of things because I have had a lot of anxiety. Like we talked a little bit about mental health earlier, and I didn't mention this, but I actually did admit myself to the hospital before. That was in between the tattoo shop and the thing like that. So I'm very proud of the fact that I've gotten to the position I am, and I feel confident enough to do it.
Good. That's awesome.
So it has done wonders for my self confidence and stuff like that.
That's awesome.
You do shine. I mean, the Civic Center, I mean, everybody was like, she was actually on the go. She was actually doing a lot of things, and she kept her composure.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
It was really cool to see somebody actually in charge and not freak out, because I freak out, and I'm usually the one in charge, and I'm like freaking out. Cause
you don't realize how bad I wanted to break that computer. No.
Trust me, I get those moments where I'm like, want to shake the technology.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
A mentor from high school, I did lighting throughout high school with theater. So that's kind of where I got the tech stuff and kind of how it came into play with Civic Center. Something he said once, he was like, if you're in charge and you run, then everyone's going to panic. Yeah. So if you're in charge and you're not, and you aren't running, then like people won't worry. Like if you are, and I've always kind of taken that because, as soon as you start moving moving too fast, people are going to start worrying. And if you don't let them notice that there's a problem, then there's no problems, right?
Correct.
So that's why
it's behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's why the doctor walks in.
Hey Dominic, how you doing? My daughter's online.
Thanks for. She says, "Hey y'all, thanks for joining. Appreciate it."
She said, "Hey y'all."
Yeah. Oh yeah. There you go. There's a y'all.
We should start making a tally mark.
So, with the team that you guys have at the Civic Center, is there like obviously everybody has their own job to do.
Mm-hmm.
Now, are you the one that's in charge of that, or is there somebody else that does all that?
So I am not in charge of everything. Thank the Lord. We have a general manager that's in charge, and then she's like directly ahead of us.
Okay. Good, because we have a lot of things to talk about now. But I think you guys did an awesome job.
I appreciate it.
With,
Phenomenal.
Pretty much, yeah.
Everything was just in line. It was just, I told them throughout the time, I'm like, do you see how they're working? They work as a team. They work together, and if they can't figure it out, they grab somebody else, and they come and they figure it out, and then they move on to the next project. Mm-hmm. And I was just like, why can't we do that?
I am very proud of my workers.
You know, that's what we're doing next, everybody, on the next meeting. But
Carolyn will be in charge.
Yeah.
So that's scary.
Yes, it's Carolyn. Everybody don't call her Carolyn.
I will be very.
She will.
And don't sing the song. I know what everybody's singing.
That is
sweet.
Oh.
All the time.
Don't do that.
I used to volunteer at Camp Sunshine.
So
and I ran their sound there.
Okay.
For a lot of their summers and stuff like that. And yes, anytime that song came on, I was serenaded.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So I can see that happening.
Yeah.
I can really foresee that happening. Because I'd probably be the one doing it.
Exactly. I mean, you were the one that brought it up. So.
I did. Because that's exactly about.
Yeah. It does go through people's minds.
So we were talking about ghosts earlier.
That's a bit of.
I'm just gonna let everybody. Hold on.
That's a big transition, ain't it?
Yeah.
So Center to
It's different. So I was going to the bathroom. I was going to the bathroom at the city.
Number 2. I'm just playing.
No, I wasn't. I was going to pee.
Now we're getting a little too high, guys.
Anyway, so I was going to turn around to wash my hands, and I heard the sound of the toilet. You know how the toilet hits when you put the seat down? It was loud enough to where it echoed in that room. And so the Civic Center is probably haunted. No, I'm just kidding.
Rest in peace, Ruben.
It's kind of a theater, and theater ghosts.
Well, that's true. Oh, I didn't think about that.
Yeah, it's kind of a theater.
That's a good idea.
I feel like I just broke you a little bit.
You did. He's going to look it up now.
It's like an off-brand theater. It's not a theater, but we do.
Trust me.
We have a stage, so.
So, wait, what?
It'll be up till 2 o'clock in the morning in this computer room.
How do you say it?
Tienda de todo.
No, I say it wrong. Tienda de todo.
Don't torture her name, bro.
I mean, you're probably saying it better than I can, so.
How about, let's try it. Yeah.
Oh, no, I put myself in danger.
No, but,
This is Nat Will. No.
yeah, this is, I don't know, I think that night it was just weird because
He did come back scared.
I
He did come back.
wasn't scared.
Yeah, you were.
Startled.
scared.
He startled.
A little
Yeah,
startled.
that's the word, startled.
Spooked.
Now, when I was walking back, I almost didn't tell you. Because you were probably going to, I knew you were going to be like, like, shut up, let me know. But anyway, I think that, what up, Gary? That stuff like that, I mean, I've heard things in my life, like my uncle's house in Kentucky, where I was in my own garage. But, I mean, that's for Thursday night.
Tomorrow.
But what I heard that day, and this is before anybody was there, this was still where everybody was setting up.
Mhm.
So when I heard the toilet hit, like somebody said it, closed it, I looked under to make sure nobody was in there,
Mhm.
and there was nobody in there but me.
Andrew.
And yeah, and is there a door on that other side?
No.
If you're upstairs, no. The downstairs one does because it goes outside, but not the upstairs.
That's what I thought. Okay, well, haunted.
I
So,
can neither confirm nor deny that.
so what's coming up in the Civic Center? Any events that you want to talk about?
There's not any, we're actually a little bit slow right now. It's more private events going on because we do get a decent amount of private events and stuff like that. So yeah, I can't really think of some of the bigger ones. Loop's going to be back for their consulate thing. That's going to be happening throughout the week. We do have the block party. Gentex has a street performance block party that they do out in the parking lot.
Gentex is having a fireworks show, aren't they? At College Park.
I'm not sure on that one, but that'd be cool.
It might be.
Yeah, I think it is.
That might be if they're doing that before and then going to the block party. I don't know.
Could be.
I'm gonna be
Now,
perfectly honest.
is anybody famous coming along that you know?
I don't think we have any famous
She's
things.
here.
Oh,
right
that's true.
here, guys.
I know. I mean, okay, after you then. Because I remember going into the Civic Center, and they never told anybody, I forgot who it was. Rodney Carrington was coming to town, and they never posted it and never said anything. And I saw the poster sitting on the counter by the beer area.
Hmm.
I was like, oh, I didn't know oh yeah, we didn't put that in the window yet. They never told anybody. I don't know if it's sold out or not. Probably not. But, I know the internet, sometimes you're not supposed to tell anybody. But this is your opportunity to do that.
Just don't get in trouble.
Yeah, I'm just kidding. Yeah, you don't get yourself in trouble.
None of
What up,
my
Heather?
opinions are affiliated.
Yeah. But yeah, tell us a little bit about backstage stuff. Have you seen anything
Not any big events coming up. So like I said, we recently had a company switch over, so it's a little bit. We're still doing a lot of reconfiguring and stuff like that, doing some cleaning projects and etc. So it's a bit of that before we get into our Christmas party time.
Ooh, Christmas?
Christmas
I
party
like
time.
Christmas parties.
Yes, those are cool.
I'd say maybe 5 or 6.
No, if I go there and I don't get a gift.
I'm sorry.
Your gift was getting in free.
Wait, you have to pay to get into those?
I mean, most of the Christmas parties are corporate
Oh,
Christmas parties where it's
The best bet is just go in there and say, "Hey, John." Pretty sure somebody answers.
they start showing up.
Is there a John available? Yeah, I'm right here. Hey, John, how you doing? And then you tell him there's a phone call for him.
So now I know what to be aware of next time. Thanks for warning me.
So, what would you like to see at the Civic Center, or even downtown?
Honestly, so you guys were at the Loop, obviously, and I love that kind of stuff. Like I mentioned about the craft shows and stuff like that. Events where a lot of people can configure and kind of come together and talk to each other is amazing, especially when they're from different walks of life. Because I don't know, in my mind, there's only so much of the world I can see with my own eyes, but you can see it through other people's eyes, really.
Okay.
So more of the events like that would be amazing.
Yes,
Stuff like that. So there's an international festival that happens. It's a one-day thing. And I think that would be so cool if you could do more with that.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Civic Center, you better be listening. No, that's okay.
Technically speaking, I'm the one speaking.
Yeah, that'd be cool to have, just more events, more big events. That way everybody can congregate in one
absolutely.
area,
Yeah.
It would be awesome.
Yeah, and like obviously nothing. This is my own personal opinions, but like I think that's great. Those types of events, those, like I said,
Cool like that.
community is something that's amazing.
Would the Civic Center be open-minded to, let's just say random, just say, let's just have a party. Just invite everybody.
Probably have to configure it a little bit and have to like
A city party.
A city party.
city party. Well, there you go.
Instead of a block party, you can have a city party.
Mhm.
And then, but that's the thing, you would have to, what's the word?
Market it and all
Market it, and then you would have to, you're only allowing a certain amount of people in, but if you leave, you can't come back in, so somebody else can go back in.
Mhm.
Because then you're taking up all that space.
Yeah.
Kind of like what we're going to do.
Mhm.
But,
But yeah.
yeah, that would be cool.
that. Absolutely. That kind of stuff and any of the arts types events and stuff like that. Like you guys are a studio, so obviously you guys probably understand how important arts are and all of that because it's ways of expressing yourself, which goes back to what I said about just seeing people through other people's eyes, and I feel like art is great at doing that in all forms.
Mhm.
So concerts, stuff like that.
See, that's the thing. That was the thing why they remodeled it,
Mhm.
was to bring in more big events, and which they have done it, but not as much. Obviously, cool.
No, I guess Holland had their high hopes of the Civic Center having more huge events, and so far it's just like, well.
I think what it was too. Obviously, COVID ruined a little bit of it.
Yes.
COVID.
Thanks a lot, COVID.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Don't come back.
Isn't it still here?
I'm still here. But I think, especially like for like big name people, for example, Marcos, Ben, you, Carol. I almost messed your name up.
No worries. Carolyn.
Carol,
You can stab them.
Okay, start throwing things.
Just start throwing them.
just throw that. Just open that and pour it.
This is catnip, not
Yes.
human.
But I think, again, to go off of that was, again, I'm one of them. Hey, what up, Angela and Henry? I'm one of them where I thought, cool, they're going to expand it. They're going to bring all these big name people in. I mean, we usually get the people that look like they're about to retire.
Mhm.
But it's still good. So on that note, you guys need to bring Def Leppard in.
I'll write that down. Meeting tomorrow, definitely.
Yeah,
Okay,
Def Leppard.
sounds good.
But you know what I mean, like,
Yeah.
it'd be cool to have somebody. Obviously, I mean, it would sell out in a heartbeat, but because bringing on the heartbreak, ooh, that was good. Anyway,
Go home.
sorry for the Def Leppard.
Go home.
Anyways, I think stuff like that, even if obviously it's not going to be Def Leppard, but
Johnny and Nene said, "Go, Carolyn."
go Caroline.
Hi guys.
Hold on, let me put you on camera. There she is.
Hi guys.
So,
Anybody you want to say hi to?
Um,
yeah, go ahead. There you go.
well, I know that my sister was probably going to watch it eventually. So.
Hello, sister.
Hello, Gwen.
Hello, Gwen.
Gwen.
Stefani.
You're related to Gwen Stefani?
Exactly. I will tell her now that that's who she is.
That's who you should bring down.
Gwen, well, I'm related to her apparently, so it shouldn't be too hard.
Hey, Michelle, what's going on?
But yeah, both my sisters would probably be watching. So hey guys. You said.
She's nervous.
Yeah, they can probably tell. They know my tells.
There's no reason to be nervous.
There's a lot of people
We already
staring at
met.
me.
There actually is. I ain't gonna tell you how many, but there is.
Concerned.
No, you're fine.
So if I fall or do anything weird, guys, just forget it. Never happened.
Well, if you're gonna do something weird, I'll switch cameras.
Thank you. I'll give you a warning before I start stumbling.
Just go like this.
Right.
Don't flip a table. Just
But,
Speaking of flipping tables, Gwen has done that.
so have I actually. Wait, was she mad or it just happened?
She was mad.
So the same thing. Not here.
wow.
I mean, we never let it go.
I did that on. I'm gonna admit this. I did that during a Michigan-Ohio State game. It was back when Michigan, for some odd reason, couldn't beat them. and I got mad because it was like the fourth quarter, and
He doesn't even play.
I threw the table like this,
I'm gonna be
and it
perfectly honest.
flipped over and hit my fan. I broke my fan. That was
I'm not much of a sports person, but go for it. Enjoy what you like.
Yeah.
Maybe a little less violent, but
yeah. My wife's sitting right here, or in the recliner, and she even looked at me like, "I can't believe you just did that." Like it literally flipped upside down. That's how much. And I don't think I had.
very enthusiastic of you.
Good thing I didn't have a cup on there. I would have broke my TV. Anyway, so enough of the violence.
I don't know how we got
I don't know where did it go? We're supposed to interview here.
Chris said something.
I just want to reverse it. I'm just starting interviewing you guys.
I know, right? I mean, that's fine. I mean, we go back and forth anyway. So, yeah, anybody? Oh, you said you wanted to say hi to other people.
Oh, I mean, that's Gwen, Bertie, hi. Hi. But you also, earlier you said Jacob was on here? You said that there's a Jacob that you saw in there, and I was just like,
Jacob.
Is that Trevino?
Oh, yeah. No. Oh, yeah, it was Jacob. Jacob.
your last name?
Trevino.
Okay, not my brother then. I have a little brother whose name is Jacob, so I was like, sus.
Oh.
But I was just like, hi, Jacob. Well, hi, other Jacob.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, I think, like I said, I think you guys did a great job. Every time I go in there, it's clean.
I appreciate it.
It's like,
I can't believe these little girls. They're like, how old? 20-something years old, but they look like 11 years
There
old.
are a couple of my coworkers that are a lot younger, a lot older than they look.
Yeah, and it's just like they're carrying these big heavy mats and they're rolling them out, and I'm like, yeah, I'd break my back.
so would I.
Yes, they may look like noodles, but noodle arms, but I can carry some stuff. But yes, so when I was operations, I was the one mostly throwing the tables out and all that. So
Yeah, because you were pushing a couple carts and the tables and chairs, I think.
yep, because we were getting the flip ready for 11.
Mm-hmm.
And I am mostly in charge of that flip because we need to make sure it goes off well.
So the only thing I don't like about the Civic Center, and I'm sorry, I hate to say this, those heavy tulip chairs.
Trust
We
me.
tried to move them just to do a picture.
Oh my God! Holy jeez, you're talking about the fireplace, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're here to take a couple pictures, right? And then he was like, "Well, just move this forward like a couple feet." I sat there and I grabbed him, like, "Yeah, that ain't happening."
So if you think those ones are bad, there's those gray high ones that are also worse. Somehow
Oh, yeah.
the tulips are bad. The tulip chairs are bad because they're like so heavy and they're like very awkward.
They are.
Although if you guys had let me know, I could have gotten you a cart because the dollies work on them. Barely,
Oh.
barely. But
It was such a quick. It was just a last minute quick picture, you know, with the staff, your staff. I think were you in that picture?
maybe I was
I thought
probably
you-
running around.
I think you were in that picture.
You are. Because I think we got everybody to stop real quick.
Well,
Yeah.
thank you for
And get in a group.
to be perfectly honest, that day
Oh, I'm sure it was.
You were busy. We get
Sure.
busy.
Which we want to thank Loud for that, because that was pretty cool.
It was awesome. Thank you guys.
But,
I also love that event.
Yes, it was pretty cool, actually.
I also love the people.
First time we did that, so that was cool.
Hey, shout out to Isaiah, my cousin.
Oh, cousin. Yeah, Isaiah's great. So I feel like you mentioned that when we were talking at the Civic Center, and
Oh, yeah.
because you guys had made a joke about being relayed to everyone, and then you walked in, and I was just like, wow, you guys weren't joking.
No, we're ex-cousins. The one that handed us the beer.
Yeah. That was, okay. The beer was pretty decent.
Mhm.
I'm not going to lie, it was pretty good. I don't really drink beer, but it was actually pretty decent. I don't remember the name of the one I drank, though.
There's two beers. It was like a Fiesta beer and
Might have been that
one other one, but I'm going to be perfectly honest, I mostly deal with the operations, so I don't tend to deal with the
Yeah, Johnny
alcohol
or Dean's
much.
watching. They'll
Yeah, they
answer.
got
one. Oh,
it.
yeah, Johnny.
It was a Fiesta
What was
beer
the
and
name of the
something.
beers?
Sangria? No, it wasn't sangria beer.
No, that was up front.
That was up front.
Anyway, so Johnny, if you're watching still, type in the name of those beers. Actually, send us a picture. I think that was pretty cool. I had a good time there.
In
Even
fact,
though
you
we
did.
were there to work.
Well, that's even better because you were there to work and you still had fun.
Yeah, that's true. Got some good shots. Got some good background or behind the scenes. I liked how we were able to do what we needed to do. and nobody stopped us and questioned us, which is cool because there's stuff that we wouldn't have been able to do. And I was like, I forgot what
What part of your
it was Tulip Time.
Oh,
Tulip
Time
Time
is-
I did stuff for Tulip Time last year, I think it was, or the year before. And they told, it was the year that Elton Ron was there.
Okay.
Was that
There was
last
like 2 different years that
I
Elton
think it
Ron
was
said there.
last year.
Yeah.
So anyways, they told me I couldn't go up on stage and get some shots. I'm like, no, I'm going on stage. I'm not going to him. I just wanted to get over here.
Mhm.
So I did. And I got a lot of good shots, and I'm like,
Yeah.
Why
The
would
Tulip
you
Time
allow
tends to be a lot more stringent with their rules
very
because of.
stingy. Oh, that's right. Stingy. Just kidding. No, but I got the reason behind it. But I even told them, I was like, if you guys want a good shot, you're going to let me out there.
Mhm.
Why wouldn't you want? But
Yeah.
other than that, it was pretty cool.
so where do you see yourself in the future here with Civic Center?
So I have no plans on kind of leaving anytime soon. I'm pretty content with where I am. I'm enjoying it.
She deserves a raise, by the way.
All right. Yeah, you know,
Thanks, guys.
give her a raise.
She worked hard. I'm sorry. You and your staff worked really hard. I'm really proud of you guys.
I appreciate it. I'll let them know that you guys were very complimentary.
Yes, it's very, I mean, like I said, every time we go in there, it's clean.
I
That's
appreciate
the
that.
best
because
thing. That's the thing that I noticed the most is you don't ever see trash lying around in some place. You know, because even like later in the night when I drove past, after all that was done, it seemed like nothing was even there. 'Cause
Thank
it
you.
was-
That feels really good to hear.
Yeah, because it was like, man, they did that quick. The
You guys
car
did
and
move
everything
quick.
was
I'm a very taskmaster, guys.
gone. There you go, everybody. She did a great job.
So what big event would you like to see at the Civic Center? Something personal, like if you have your own artist,
Like,
who would you have there?
Personal thing, artist wise. So personally, I love 21 Pilots. I'm a 21 Pilots fan.
What up, Louise?
But I also tell we it's a little big for Civic Center. But fun fact, my brother and I are going to see their concert soon.
Really?
That's
Yep,
cool.
September. I'm very excited about
That's
it.
awesome.
So they're taking me with them.
Yeah.
I'll
So,
be gone.
how many tickets you guys got? No, but actually, back in the 70s, I think it was, Alice Cooper came down. So, why can't somebody else?
You never know. Never know until you try, right?
Exactly. And then they said, don't you ever come back here again. Because you got kicked out.
He got kicked out. That's right.
How do you get kicked out of a city?
How do you get kicked
Because-
How are you going to kick out?
Because in that time there was rules that because it was rock and roll
Ah, okay.
and it was a Christian city.
The olden days.
Yeah. Wow, she
You know
makes
what?
up old.
I'm going to say this.
I'm sorry. I'm
But no,
I'm 2000s, so
So, what year were you born?
2000.
she just said it.
Oh, my God. Damn, I was 22 years old that year.
So
Yeah.
it makes my age very easy to figure out. So even when I'm like in my 80s with dementia, I will be able to be like, "What's the year?"
That's a good
And then there it is. That's how much I'm turning.
I was born in the year. Oh, wow, that's crazy.
Mhm.
So I'm going to say this real quick. Alice Cooper, if you're watching, or if you hear this on Amazon, you can be on the podcast, which I got to tell you, I got all this. I don't know if it was real or not, but I'm going to find out. Anyway, so Cobra Kai.
Oh.
Oh,
I don't know if it was real or not, but
isn't that
he
TV show?
responded to it
Cobra Kai's a TV show, right?
on
Okay.
Netflix.
I was
Yeah,
about to feel like an idiot when I started saying that. I was like,
His
okay,
name's William
questioning
Zep-
myself.
Rob Macchio and Karate Kid.
Yeah.
William Zabka is the one that played Johnny Lawrence. I sent him a message on Facebook because I friended him. I think it was his real page. It had that thing on it. What is that? Like a blue star or something? Or
It's a check mark.
check mark.
Verified.
Verified.
Yes. And so I had that, so I sent him a message and he responded, or somebody did, saying, thank you for the post, or thanks for the comment. We appreciate it. Oh, because I said, you need to come on my podcast. And then he said, thanks for your post. I got to look it up. But anyway, you know, it's stuff like that where it's like, for a civic center, you want to be able to
Mhm.
keep gaining all those business, all that
Mhm.
business coming through. And it goes the same way with everything else. And that's why I keep doing stuff like that. Like, he gets a hold of a lot of famous people, too. Like, it's ridiculous how we can get a hold of them. Like, how do you do that?
I've learned that
I always get all the fake people.
the lighting and sound, everyone knows everyone in the lighting and sound industry. Like,
Oh, yeah.
we'll have different companies for different events because the people will hire out their own stuff if they want something fancier. And it's like, I'll be like, yeah, we had this person. You're like, oh yeah, that person's great. And I'm like, do you all have each other's numbers? How do you know each other?
Well, in some aspects, yes.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of emails.
Mhm.
Some of the artists,
Oh, jeez.
it's a huge,
Yeah.
huge circle around this one person in the middle. So you got to go to this person, then you get all the chain of command. You know what I mean? Until you get to the middle person.
Yeah.
It sometimes can be tedious. Sometimes it can be easy.
But it is very much an industry that is, it's who, not in a bad way, but it's who you know.
Yeah.
So
That's true.
it's also very small, really, when you think about it. It doesn't feel small, but then like when you think about how many actual like sound industries there are, it's a lot smaller than you think.
Right.
So, this stupid thing. You're not going to believe when you said tedious what it put.
I don't even know.
I was watching it to see what it really did.
Concerned.
So where do you want to be in the next couple of years with the Civic Center? Like what position? Like do you want to be the next general manager? Do you want to be
That sounds terrifying.
like
Honestly,
where would you like to be?
so right now I'm actually in a pretty good spot as productions manager with and all of that because that's very much the stuff I like learning about and doing. So the tech stuff still has some interaction with people, but I'm an anxious little person, so I need to hide from people sometimes. And as a tech person, you get to hide in the corners every now and then.
Yeah.
So I do like that as how I am there. But also, you never know what life's going to bring you, and so who knows?
That's a good one.
So do you actually go home and study your position?
So I don't really study. Well, okay, I'm a bit of a nerd. I will admit that. I have way too many books. But also, you can't have too many books. That's impossible. So I do have some stuff along the lines of that kind of stuff, but it's stuff I really enjoy learning about. So lighting and all of that. I've watched videos back in high school. Like I said, I did lighting productions for all but one of the shows throughout my entire high school career. So about 7 different shows that I did.
Okay.
And we had gotten a new lighting console, and the auditorium manager was, "Here you go. Here's the pamphlet. Here's the document." And I went home with a lovely, very very big textbook about this specific thing. And I was like, "I guess you just have reading material for the day."
Cool. I like stuff like
The new technology has a lot of reading to it, especially with
yeah.
the lighting.
Yes, lighting is very intense. That's the one I focus on a lot more because that's what I did in high school. Because basically, my sister does sound, like I mentioned, down in Nashville, and the exact thing that happened was they didn't have a lighting person for one of the shows that she was doing sound for, and she was like, "Well, guess she's going to be lighting now." And I kind of just got there, and she was just like, "Here you go, have fun."
Wow.
So you
Okay.
guys work down there too.
Yes, so me and my sister actually have done one show together.
Oh.
Well, actually, not down there. This was when we were in high school. That's how I got into it.
Okay.
Sorry for not translating that well. But yeah, so she kind of was like, "Guess you're gonna do it." And little freshman me was like, "Okay, I guess this is my personality now." But I loved it. It's very cool how much lighting can kind of control mood and
Yes.
stuff like that. And it's kind of an art form when you think about it. And even though people don't think about it that way, because you're working about like colors for different characters in order to bring motivations and stuff like that to light, and it's a lot of informing the audience.
Exactly.
Yeah, and when I was at high school, we did the first like West Coast special. Like, it was sensory friendly performances.
Okay.
So our school does that. So I also got to help with designing the lighting for that to make sure that it wasn't overwhelming to people that have more sensitive, different abilities, different sensibilities, and stuff like that.
Question. I know it's going to be a weird question.
No worries.
Now, because you're in lighting,
Mhm.
have you had anybody pass out because of the lights?
No, because I've never really
Because
been.
it's called epilepsy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I've never had that issue, especially because a lot of the lighting that I started with was theater lighting, so it wasn't a lot of
so
the.
off stage.
Yes, most of it's on stage, and it's not a lot of the big flashing lights and stuff like that.
Mhm.
But that was something we had to be worried about for people that had more words. Sorry.
You're fine.
That's what happened at the Los Palominos show. Nobody passed out, but they had that.
The strobe.
They had that strobe light going.
Yeah.
I was like, can you stop doing that, please?
Please and thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it is very interesting how lighting kind of correlates and all of that way.
It's weird. It's just, I've been to a couple of shows where there was strobe, and people are dancing, and as soon as that strobe came on, they just right to the ground.
Kind of terrifying.
So just like, oh, okay. So we had to stop the show.
Yeah.
They pulled her off the floor, showing right back on.
Show us on, yes.
You're
Make sure they're okay.
Drag her off the floor and just continue.
Doors closed. All right, let's go.
Yeah. So I've luckily never had to deal with that. Also luckily have not had to deal with too many people passing out at the Civic Center. Definitely have had some interesting incidents there, but
Ooh, what's the biggest?
there was a tulip time where we had someone that fell on the steps outside. I've been injured by a power washer while working.
Oh, jeez.
Wait, huh? What?
Yes. It's really funny actually because anytime we have to pull up the power washer now, they're like, well, Carolyn can't touch it, even though I'm the one that's supposed to be using it quite often.
I have to ask.
That's awesome.
How?
This is
That's awesome.
I will admit the injury report was very funny to write out because they were like, what substance or
Yeah,
material
really,
caused the
you
damage? And I'm like, water, highly pressurized water. So we were working on the windows and the cord. So I wasn't the one with the power washer. It was me and one of my coworkers, and she was power washing, and the cord actually got stuck and it jerked. So that jerked towards me, and I got hit basically point blank with a power washer.
Oh,
And that's a lot of pressure, guys.
Oh, it's like 200 pounds of pressure.
Yeah, it's mostly healed, but like I had what I called my Harry Potter scar because it looked a really weird shape because it kind of just went.
Yep.
But yeah,
Like a laser type.
yeah, and it was hard. It hurt. It definitely hurt. But yeah, there's that.
Crazy. Yeah, I think.
Sorry. I'm just pitching.
All good. Laugh about it. It was like a year ago, so I'm not even.
That had to hurt though. I'm like,
Oh, it did.
I mean,
Yeah,
I used to.
I would sting your arm.
It bled, even though there was nothing that caused, like, there's no actual cut, but it definitely bled because it scoured through a little bit.
That's the thing too. Is like
thousands of needles all at one time.
because bruises will bleed if it's pressurized enough.
Mm-hmm.
That's what.
Oh yeah, it definitely bruised after that too.
I'm sorry. I'm looking at like an Abbott Costello type. Oh my God.
Yes,
You
yes,
You
something
know what
like
I
that.
mean? That's what I'm
Oh, she felt so bad.
Hey Sylvia, what's going on? What up, Bleak? What up, Miguel? Thanks for joining. Thanks for watching. We got.
We got Margarito in there too.
That's not on
Oh, Margarito. What's up, Margarito?
Yo,
my. Wait, who's my?
what's up, y'all?
Margarito Lozano. He's actually a chaplain pastor for
Very cool.
Ragamuffin.
Cool.
It's a
Sylvia
Councilman.
Pena, what up? That's
Oh,
my
very
cousin. Sylvia Pena is my cousin.
Oh,
She lives in Tejas.
just stop trying to talk Spanish, please. Just stop.
You don't see me trying to force it.
Yeah. You know, I try to. I'm not.
I can't speak.
Actually, I try to force it because I want to sound Mexicano.
You can say Mexicano, but you can't say Texas.
I said Tejas.
You said no. You
I said Tejas.
I can't roll my R's, so
Hello, Austin, Texas. And
I wish I
Buckner,
could,
Texas.
but it's a very beautiful language. But
It is. It's nice. I like it.
You can't roll your R's?
I
I
cannot.
just heard that.
Yep. Sometimes you know delayed
Here,
processing.
let's go ahead and try that.
I'm so sorry. I can't. You did that?
No, man. So how the show go?
They tried to tell me that I couldn't roll my R's. I
Yeah.
did it live. You know what? Let's teach you right now. So what you're gonna do is, you want to teach?
No, you wanted to be a teacher. Go ahead.
So, I don't even know. I just do it personally.
Yeah.
That's all I remember. Roll your R back.
I can't.
You roll your R back? How do you roll your R back?
So you guys
Roll
make
your
spun,
tongue
but
back.
you're dying a little bit.
What?
Yeah, I
Oh,
took
man.
German very specifically because of that in high school, because I was like, I can't roll my R's. But
I couldn't say my R's when I was in school. I couldn't say my R's for, I remember specifically the day I could, because I was in speech class. I'm gonna be on camera for this. I was in speech class, and do you remember? No, you probably don't remember. Okay, so I was in speech class, and the teacher asked me, because we were learning my R's, and the teacher said, "Can you say squirrel?" I said, "No, I cannot say," and I said it, squirrel. And I said, "Oh wait, maybe I can say it." Hey, what up, Jacob? Gastarina.
God, no.
Jacob,
That's
I just
enough.
say, how's he gonna answer?
it's probably not you.
But
It's a little hard to answer verbally when you're writing. But so funny story about. So you mentioned speech issues. I had, as a child, had issues saying the word truck.
I
The
could already see
truck.
where-
Truck.
So you want to know what it ended up?
with the letter F.
Yes, indeed it did.
Thank you.
I was trying not just to go that route, but
Very much, but I was like a very little small child, and I was just like, my dad drives up.
So,
Because he
hold on.
drove semi.
Ah,
So eventually it became truck, and then eventually truck.
Oh. Dang, too bad you couldn't.
So you can't say it. So
No, that's true, because I like I said, I couldn't say my R's for years, and now I can say it, and I still don't want to.
other issue I have is I read a lot, but I don't always like speak to people with all of the words, so I just don't know how to pronounce some words.
I know I
So
do that too.
yeah,
yeah, I think that's a natural thing, though.
But
Yeah,
no,
'cause if
I
you're
look
not-
at words and I act like I can say them, but then I just say, forget it, I'm not gonna try. I don't even want to be that smart. I just want to be able to get by. I'm just kidding.
So, what is one of your hobbies that you like doing? Besides reading, everybody here do you read?
everyone knows I read. So like I said, I do a lot of crafts. I'm constantly out in the woods. I kind of grew up feral, as my family likes to say it, because we had woods in my backyard, and I would go out there all the time. They had a bell that they'd have to ring to get me in for dinner.
Mhm.
Yeah, I know that sounds.
That's kind of a Texan thing, though.
That's kind of like a Little House on the Prairie thing.
Yeah, because every time it was dinner time, they ring that bell.
Yeah, exactly.
Or if it was school time, they ring
So,
that
did
bell.
you call your mom and pa?
Did not.
Mom and pa.
I do have family in Texas, but I did. We all grew up in
Mom, Paul.
Hamilton. But yeah, so I would go out in the woods. I'm absolutely fascinated by nature. Plants, so cool. Just how, just the interconnection between, plants and stuff like that and how they work together is fascinating to me. So I garden, I do crafts, wood burning, way too many extra crafts.
She does crafts, everybody, so if you need, what type of crafts did you say?
So wood
Wood
burning,
burning?
I've done
Wood
some
burning.
paper, do you know what, and it's gone. It's kind of like paper filigree. It's these strips of paper that's used to paper quilling. That's the word. Thank you.
Oh, paper quilling.
Paper quilling. If you look it up, there's some gorgeous stuff that people have done with it.
Paper quilling.
Yeah. So it's just these strips of papers that are twirled up, that are curled up on a piece of it's the quilling tool, and then you release them and pinch at different points to make different shapes,
Oh,
and then
really?
it goes together to make these gorgeous
Oh, my.
floral stuff.
That that was pretty cool.
I have a couple pictures of things I've done as well.
Here, hold on, everybody. Don't get all scared.
That was actually pretty cool.
Yeah, it's.
And you do that.
Oh yeah, here I have.
Go ahead. Let me see.
Let me pull up. I have my little.
What up, Steven Alvarez, Jacob
Crafts.
Castarina, we got Sylvia Pena, we got Sylvia Sagovia, we got Pleek Hendricks. Okay, I'm just showing them online. I do got some, as you guys can see up there on screen, there's some, what'd you call it? Paper quilling. That's pretty cool, actually.
It is. It is.
I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
So here's some that I've done.
Oh my! Don't look.
I want to see.
So yeah, I
Wow.
actually made that for my
You
sister.
did this.
Yes.
Here, let's put
Can we
that.
put that on camera?
Oh, go for it.
Oh, let me switch cameras.
I'm sorry. I just read this was.
All right,
Oh, it's a little poem that I really liked.
let me put it up close.
That is cool.
Mhm.
Little reminder.
Yeah, a little reminder that.
That's pretty cool, actually. I like
Oh yeah, it's
Carolyn did that.
very tedious.
that. I made that.
But I like.
I like, is it like certain
It's
paper?
literally just thin strips of paper. So you can kind of see it in the little twirls
Yeah.
that I had there. So it's hundreds of just those papers, and you twirl them up, and you can do different shapes with them.
That is actually really cool. I'm intrigued with that.
Yeah, it's really cool.
That sounds like a stress reliever, kind of like.
Let me go back to that.
I've done it while watching shows and stuff like that, or sometimes when I'm doing crafts or whatever, I'll just put my laptop next to me and I'll just be watching. I once watched deep dived into Moors, which are like it's an ecosystem. So I got deep dived into it, and I was just watched an hour and a half video on wood burning.
That's pretty cool. I like
So
that. Look, they even have like where you can make like certain things.
yeah, people do mandalas with them too. But yeah, that's the paper that they use, and there's some paper that they'll get that's actually kind of silvery, so it has like a kind of metallic sheen to it, so you can add that. And people do like greeting cards with them, where just like little flowers and stuff.
Yeah,
It's very cool.
You can make a lot of money doing that.
Thank you.
Why don't you do that?
I don't know.
I mean, you like arts and crafts. Why don't you set yourself up? I mean, you work at the Civic Center.
And there are plenty of craft shows
And
there.
there are plenty of craft
Have your
shows.
own booth and then have your sister
Exactly.
run it for you.
Yes, my sister's down in Nashville, so can't make her run it, but I can probably make my mom run it.
There you go.
You know what I mean? It's just, why don't you do that? That'd be so cool.
I appreciate that. Thank you guys.
That's a good idea.
I mean, wood burning for one.
I mean, wood.
You can actually do that right on site.
The wood burning paper. I think I have
Honestly,
pictures of one of my wood burnings.
Who in Holland does that? I've never heard anybody do that.
It is a very strange one that people don't tend to hear about, but I don't remember where I found it, but I love it.
I don't remember anybody here saying anything about paper quilling or wood burning for one.
Yeah, that is pretty.
So here's another wood burning that I've done.
Get out of here.
I'm giving it on to
What
him.
is it? What is it?
I like
I
that.
appreciate that.
Wood burning paper?
And you, what? How you do that?
So
is it laser? Or is
It's not laser. It's actually like a wood burning. So I have like this little box that has a couple different temperatures that I can use, and it connects to a couple different tips that I
Would you stop?
have.
Look at this. This is awesome.
Is that a snake?
It's an elephant.
Oh,
It's a mandala elephant that I found a.
oh,
You also have it upside down.
No, because I turned it this way because I saw this, but you can. I thought that was an owl. See it? That's actually the foot of the elephant.
Oh, well, here, let's
So
show
wood burning is just on actual wood. It's not. There's no paper really for it.
Here's a wood burning. Look how cool that is.
I appreciate that. But yeah, the entire background I did
I like that.
was very tedious because I just did dots for it.
That's
But
pretty cool.
but yeah, it's.
You're very talented.
Thank you guys.
Very talented. That's awesome.
And you know what?
I'd be banking on that.
Let's go ahead and do our sponsors again real quick before we forget.
Absolutely.
So we got our Southside Cut sponsor, Moya. We appreciate you. I'm gonna need another haircut soon. Look at it. Am I?
No, you're
And now
not.
you kind of
You're
agree
doing
with the sponsors.
you're doing sponsors.
I'm
You're looking
back.
at- You're dork.
It's been a long day.
It's been a long day.
114 West 16th Street, everybody. Get a hold of them at 616-836-7502 to book your appointment for your next haircut. Get a hold of them. They got 7 barbers, so they got plenty of people to go around. And then we got Pure West Compassion Club, 9730 Adams Street, right here in Holland. 616-772-9420. They're open Monday through Saturday, 10 to 8, and Sunday 12 to 4. And visit their website, purewestclub.com. All right, let's go ahead and get back to our guest. Welcome.
Welcome again.
So, yeah, for the new people, why don't you just recap of who you are?
All right. So hi again. I'm Carolyn. Pleasure to meet y'all.
Y'all.
I love it.
Y'all. She said it. She said y'all.
Uh,
She just came from Tennessee, Nashville.
yeah.
She said it, y'all.
My sisters live down there, so I blame them. Full blame to them.
Well, my mom lives in Kentucky, so I'm used to it.
Wait, you got cowboy boots on?
I do not.
Oh.
I have Converse.
Cool, still cool.
But yeah, so I grew up in Hamilton, land of the cornfields. Spent most of my time out in the woods, and love crafting, love learning things, stuff like that. And honestly love talking to people like this because it's always cool.
You're still a little nervous, aren't you? Yeah.
Not nearly as bad. I tend to fidget a lot too, so there is that.
Okay.
I'm very much a verbal Not verbal. I think it's not verbal, but move your hands around a lot when I talk.
I do the same thing. That's why I hold my hands.
Is it? Yeah, I'll grab stuff and throw it.
Well, you see, when he was talking, he was all fidgety with it. Like,
Oh yeah.
there's nothing to do, but he's doing it.
You gotta have fun.
We all do it.
You need to move.
But yeah. So
It's there.
I was just gonna say, why do I hear knocking over here? So we are also haunted here, but I will definitely do a paranormal show again.
Oh, that was one of the questions you asked me when we first met you. Do you think we could get into the Civic Center to do a show for the haunting?
That's interesting.
That
Just
would be actually
that way nobody could, just us at night, just trying to be there, trying to listen to things.
kind of do our own ghost adventures.
Yeah.
I can't confirm anything, but we can talk about it and see if that's possible.
John, or what's his name? Joe, you better get your butt over here and do a ghost adventure. Dang it.
Ghost
Paranormal
hunting.
night. And possible ghost adventure. I mean, why do I keep saying ghost adventure? The ghost paranormal. Ghost hunting. That's what I was trying to
She said it.
say.
Pay attention.
I'm sorry.
No worries.
But is there anything else? We got about 3 more minutes, and then we'll call it a night.
So, how many siblings altogether?
So I have 3. Well, 3's kind of 4. I have 3 biological siblings, and then
Kind of 4.
yes. So I have 2 older sisters and 1 younger brother. And then we have another basically older sister that lived with us for a while because of family issues, but and she's been with us so much that she was on the camping trip too. She goes to like most of our family stuff.
Are you sure you're not Mexican? Because we tend to do that.
As you can see, I am as pale as white.
Hey, Christina in Mexico.
Probably
Pale
more-
white.
True. I look like a sheet of paper. I'm well aware of it.
You know the way your skin looks, that's how I looked when I heard that ghost.
So, fun thing, if there is any hauntings, it's really just me at the building. Sometimes I scare everyone because I'm the tech person, so I kind of am kind of quiet and just keep going, and then I shock everyone. There's days where I will shock people like 8 different times throughout the day. Drives them nuts.
Okay, because you guys are right up the road from the Capone house.
Okay.
Okay, so
Yeah.
that's another place that oh my gosh, I would love to do a ghost hunt there. So, do you hear anything at night? Or if you're ever there late at night?
The building is pretty old, so there tends to be a lot of creaking noises and stuff like that. So we do get that. I suppose sometimes we do get some weird noises, but I kind of just like...
Anything falling over, anything that is like, you cleaned it up, but then you go back 2 minutes later, it's on the floor.
Not particularly of that. Sometimes I feel like that's what's happening in the bathrooms. I walk away and come back and then it's gone. And I'm like, what happened in here? But not that I've noticed. But we do kind of casually talk to Ruben. Like, if a ghost exists, might as well talk to him.
Right.
It'd be rude not to.
Okay, so everybody, just so you guys know, Ruben has died during the construction of the new Civic Center.
Yes.
So Ruben's spirit may live amongst us at the Civic Center. This is what we're talking about right now. So in case there's like, what are you guys talking about? That's Ruben, who's may be the
And
spirit.
we're not being disrespectful, so don't even go there with that.
Yes, he has a lovely plaque that I dust off every now and then.
That's cool how they have that. I like it.
They have a plaque. It's by the elevator. If you're ever curious about it. But yeah.
I remember hearing about that when that happened. I was like, I think they stopped construction for a while.
Yes. They did stop construction for a while. There was actually 2 people that fell, but but the other one did. The walkway collapsed while they were working on it.
That is like insane that happened.
Oh my gosh.
Like,
Horrifying,
may
really.
he rest in peace for sure.
Absolutely.
Hello, Brenda, and what up, Megan? Brenda's my aunt in Kentucky. Megan is
Hey, y'all.
they actually have an old house that I was looked at.
Awesome.
I have a picture of it.
Have you ever been to the what's the mansion? There's
Felt Mansion?
yes.
We just
We did our first paranormal show there.
Awesome.
What was funny about that was because I'm using my camera, my phone. For some reason, you couldn't hear anything but a shh,
static.
like a static noise. Very. But then I get in the car, we're taking off, and I'm like, I gotta check my phone. Phone worked fine.
It's a very creepy place. I actually did one of my prom pictures were done there.
It is a creepy place.
It's gorgeous. But I have done a tour through there once, I believe. It's kind of creepy.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
So did you have it? Did you take pictures inside?
We did not take pictures inside for prom. That was like went at a different date that I've been there. I think I did a field trip back in like middle school.
Okay.
Maybe. Middle school was so long ago.
We never got to do it there because back when we were in school, it was being used for something else.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't it a
Like a
convent?
Yeah. At one point.
Mm-hmm.
Weird.
Before that, obviously, it was.
There was,
No, it wasn't.
There was a mental ward and a prison before that.
Well, no,
No
prison
wonder
was
it's-
across.
no wonder everyone thinks it's haunted.
Oh.
Cops were at.
Yeah.
Where they would stay. Or the wards and all that stuff.
Mhm.
I remember going past that house before they started renovating it. And there was a broken window, so we got in and started walking around and stuff. But, we didn't do
I
that.
was gonna say you're
I'm
wrong.
That was years ago.
Statute of limitations.
Yeah, exactly. That was
I think statute of limitations
early
like 15 years.
2000s.
Maybe.
I don't remember who I was even with. But anyway.
Nice cover.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah, we got to look around. I mean, I didn't have a camera back then, so I don't have proof that I was there, so I can lie about it. I'm just kidding. I could say I was there when I really wasn't. But it was creepy even then because it was like the stairwell area was like full of like weeds,
Mhm.
so they had to obviously fix that. And they had like there was broken stair. It was creepy even then. It was
So back to you.
back before they even.
How did you get started on that paper weaving? Like,
The paper weaving. So like I said, I've always enjoyed crafts and stuff like that. I think I saw a TikTok video that had it on there, and I was like, well, that looks fascinating. And then looked into it. And you can honestly buy the stuff off Amazon. Like, you can get a quilling kit off of Amazon
Really?
and just use it. Yeah. And there's a lot of YouTube videos where people will explain like some of the simpler things.
I'm just thinking because I think my daughters would actually like that.
It is a pretty cool thing.
You should start teaching.
There you go. So Teacher Carolyn.
Teacher Carolyn.
Excuse me, I said Carolyn.
And you can use the space.
Teacher Carolyn.
Have the kids here,
Yeah, here's how you do it.
That's how you do it.
So today she's going to teach us. Hold on, I'm not going to. So today she's going to teach us how to do paper quilling.
I'll give you this whole thing. You show me what you can do.
But yeah, it's a very calming thing. And yeah, I love doing it.
Well, like I said, it's a stress reliever. It kind of like it just calms you down. You kind of like,
I mean, sometimes it can get
Well,
stressful.
honestly,
It's getting annoying, but
I would probably get mad because it didn't turn out the way I wanted to.
but you get mad at the drivers. Like, stop. Anyway,
So
but yes, it's very intriguing because who knew you could actually do so much with paper?
paper crafts is
Besides
actually
burn
pretty
houses.
massive. There's a lot of different types of paper crafts actually.
Mhm.
So I actually got the bookstore I mentioned.
Yes.
I got a book there, and it has like just a list of a bunch of. It was a book about like all types of paper crafts, like the paper marbling. Paper marbling is. Have you ever seen those really cool old marble in the old books and stuff like that in the back? That's
Yes.
paper
Oh,
marbling.
yeah.
And you can frankly do it yourself also. It's really cool. I have the stuff to do it.
You weren't lying. You have a lot of stuff.
I have a lot of stuff. I will admit that.
There it is. Oh, I think I seen a picture about that.
It's very
It
cool.
sounds familiar when you said that.
But when you start looking into it, there's thousands of crafts, and I get slightly ADHD with it sometimes.
You know what would be cool if you could make like something like that, but out of the paper.
What do you mean, like the poster?
Yeah, something like make it look like that, but make it look like that thing.
Paper weaving?
Like a 3D look.
That would be interesting. I know
very
that.
interesting.
That'd be very hard to do.
I know that with paper quilling, there's like some people that use it as for like portraits and stuff like that, where they won't use. They call it like paper painting is kind of what they call it, and it's used that way. And it's not as much like of the twisting and then turning it into shapes. It's a lot more of just the strips of paper being placed very nice, specifically to make a face and stuff like that. But I have seen some portraits that have been done with that kind of stuff.
That would be cool.
It's so cool how much you can do with things.
Oh my gosh, I gotta put a logo in
But yeah, and then there's also like bookbinding is another type of paper craft, which is
Bookbinding, yes.
yeah, because that's the you binding books. It kind of explains itself pretty well. And then making paper from old paper, because you can just paper mush and turn it into push. Yeah,
Paper mache.
paper mache.
Yeah, that's
It's insane how many different types of paper crafts there are. There's also scrapbooking and all of that.
That's cool.
So it's a lot of fun.
Studies.
A lot of good things.
My
Lot of
Google
fun.
search is always interesting.
Cool. I never. Last time I ever did anything like that was. Remember those things you would use in school? Does she love me?
Oh,
Yeah.
I know how to make those. Yeah, that's another one. Paper origami is another one.
Origami, that's what it was.
Because
the ones that you fold and you cut the paper.
yeah, you can roll
snowflakes.
No,
that's more
the
snowflakes than it is. That's more.
birds.
There is a specific term for that, but I can't think of it off the top of my head. But paper origami. There's some insane stuff you can do with
I
paper.
think it might be the same thing.
But yeah, it's really cool. It's
We're gonna
insane
do
how many different types of things that people can create out of nowhere.
So
We're gonna
if
do a
people-
craft show.
If people wanted to get in contact with you to learn more, how would they do that?
About like craft specifically.
Yes. Specifically only crafts.
Don't bother her about her job. She's busy.
You guys are busy. I suppose you could email me and I'd probably answer.
You want to, if you don't mind, put your email out there?
Sure. Here, let me write it down.
Oh.
It's CD farming stuff because it's where I put all my farming, all my.
That would be
Mindset.
great. That way, if people have questions, or if they have, they want to get started, or they were like, oh, that's intriguing. Maybe I can get my daughter into something like that.
Absolutely.
That would kind of help people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that would actually help. Not only just mentally, but when the people are stressed out or
Oh yeah.
they
I
want to keep their kids focused. How do they contact you to do this?
to learn how to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. If you guys, I'm not opposed to emails. So, it's CD farming stuff. 38. I think it's farming. Yes. Because technically, yes.
Stuff or stuff?
Stuff. STUFF.
That's
And I think it's 38. Let me check
Wait,
that.
am I spelling that right? CD
It's either 38 or
CD farming stuff. FF or just F?
2S.
2Fs.
38. Because that's my favorite numbers. And Gmail. So yeah, I'd be willing to answer questions, and I probably can send articles along.
So their question may pop up if they decide to contact you. Is there any cost for that? Or is it just something you just want to just help people with?
I don't mind just sending information and stuff like that. Information is key to everything.
Yes.
People should, and I don't. When it comes to like crafts and stuff like that, that's something everyone should enjoy.
Mhm.
And I enjoy it because it's very calming for me, and definitely has helped me out. Like just in keeping myself focused and stuff like that. So yeah, I can probably find some articles and YouTube videos to send and be like, here's places to look.
So anybody wants to get in contact with her, there is the email.
Here's your email. Oh, hold on. 'Cause I missed it.
My old email used to be nerdy girl, so I'm glad I didn't
It used to be what?
My email as a child was nerdy girl.
Oh, no.
Nerdy. That's not what I heard.
I thought you said that. I heard.
I heard dirty girl.
I'm really glad that's not my email.
Woo! Ever cleared that up?
Nerdy.
Nerdy.
Over at her email that you see on the screen. If you
CD
want
farming
only for crafts.
It's,
Do not bug her with
I
weird
suppose you can
stuff.
bug me about farming since it's the farming stuff.
Yeah.
Or about farming stuff.
Because yeah, I've gone in depth with some of the like permaculture and how plants work together, like the companion planting
that's
crops and
good.
stuff and all of that.
Really?
Yeah, different plants have different effects on each other when they're planted by each other, so you can actually increase crop yields from that kind of stuff. Native Americans did it with the Three Sisters.
Three Sisters.
Yeah, it's just that beyond that. Like, for example, for tomatoes, marigolds actually deter a lot of pests that go after tomatoes. So if you just plant marigolds by your tomatoes, they'll tend to deter those pests.
Oh, right. We learn something new every day.
I have way too many things I'm fascinated by.
That is
Not
fine.
enough time in the world.
That is fine because it's actually you can help a lot of people.
I appreciate that.
You could.
Thank you.
So, do you have any other questions, like with planting, farming, and
I can rant about a lot of things.
crafts?
Trust me. My mother knows she gets rants every now and then. You'd be like, hey, can I call you just to ramble about something for a second?
That's fine.
That's a good thing because it keeps you busy.
Mhm.
Trying to find a good font that's readable.
That'll work.
So yeah, I mean, I think here's good. Yeah, that's good.
He is so picky.
All right, hold on. It can't be right there because
We see
the
it.
thing is blocking it. The closed captions. Because I was looking, I was like, oh, dang it, the closed captions.
Everybody's trying to put in their email.
Just constantly moving around.
Where's it going with this?
All right, so CD Farming Stuff 38 at gmail.com. Email her about crafts, anything you want to know about plants, farming stuff.
I wouldn't say I'm an expert, but I have ideas.
Oh, books. If you have
Books,
good books you want to read, or
I would love book
Hey,
writing.
Mitty, how you doing? Thanks for joining. Yeah, and books, if you have, like, you guys can go back and forth with, oh, I like that book, or tell each other about certain books.
Yeah, absolutely.
And just have fun with it. Because reading's still pretty cool, I guess, if you want to.
you can imagine. Whatever you read, you can imagine.
Oh yeah, I very vivid imagination.
I want you to read my script.
What?
Story the movie that I wrote. I
Awesome.
want you to tell
Oh, I thought you meant your prescription script.
No, but because I write horror flicks, and I need somebody else's or not input, but opinion.
Not much of a horror person, so I probably won't have any like things that relate to other horror movies because I
Yeah.
tend to not watch those too much. But I can still give you my genuine thoughts.
That'll work. Any opinion you get, so it doesn't matter. All right, well, let's go ahead and call it a night. We want to thank our guest. I'm going to screw your name up again. Caroline?
Caroline.
Caroline.
That's not Caroline.
It's Carolyn.
You
Oh,
said
Caroline.
Caroline. Carolyn. CAROLYNN.
Why is my screen not switching? There it goes. All right, well,
They wanted-
So the Latinos, it's just not you guys.
I
It's
want to thank
Caucasian people too. He messes up.
I want to thank Carolyn for being our guest tonight. We appreciate everything. She is awesome. She does a great job on her crafts.
She's very spunky.
Very, yeah.
She's very spunky.
I appreciate that.
And she's a great employee at the Civic Center,
Yes.
along with all the other ones that work there. Not leaving anybody out. Not saying anybody's better than somebody else, but you are good at what you do.
I appreciate it.
So keep it up. We wish you the best. Hope everything works out on
Thank you.
whatever it is you have for your goals. And you're more than welcome to come stop by here. We'll talk a little bit more after the show about, well, you already know. So anyway, so we got Marcos right here.
God bless everybody. Be safe.
He's doing a great job on everything that he does here at Black River. So
I'm tired.
Black River Studios. I'm sorry. Not the school.
He's even messing up the name
He's
of your company.
blessing. It's been a very long day, people. It's been a very, very long day.
Moyo, I need a haircut. I want this color. Anyway.
Mine started at 7 a.m.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, I better hurry because I got to get up at 4. All right, everybody have a what am I looking at? Everybody have a good night, and we will talk to you probably Thursday. Oh, yeah, it's Thursday night. Paranormal night. So stay tuned, and we'll talk to you soon. Anybody else? Oh, hold on, let me switch cameras.
Nothing in specific, but pleasure meeting y'all. I did that on purpose.
I like that.
It was great meeting everyone. Thanks for having me. Yeah, and thank you for all your compliments. You guys have been very, very complimentary, and I really appreciate it. Thank you.
No problem. Definitely.
Made me blush a little bit.
No problem. All right, well, everybody have a good night, and we will see you Thursday night. Peace out.